What's happening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Dan Steven here for another reaction. And in this reaction, we're gonna do old school Steven. We're gonna do some Beastie Boys, my favorite band of all time. We've done so many artists. Yeah, probably I would say, to be fair, obviously Blink-182 is the band that got me into being obsessed with bands and music and all too. But Beastie Boys, I think, yeah, they're probably my favorite band, I think. But anyway, yeah, so we've done so many different artists in this channel before, and we never really do our favorite artists in that way. And sometimes I find it hard to give a conversation or talk about artists we don't know about. You know, we were doing NF recently, who's great, but like when we're doing like likes of Lady Gaga, and you say, we're like, what more can I say about Lady Gaga? You know, way. So
I don't like it, those videos.
Yeah, I mean, I think did he called the guy from One Direction, Harry Styles. Someone's grand, but I was kind of like, what do I say about Harry Styles? But Beastie Boys, I can talk all day about Beastie Boys. So this song is Check It Out, or Check It Out, and it's actually a live performance. It's on the David Letterman show. I love this song. It's amazing. So I've definitely heard it. I think you've heard it before as well.
Yeah, but I think it's quite iconic.
This song. But I thought, just this performance, man, it's fucking one of the best hip hop rap performances that I've ever seen. Especially on like a talk show. And you know why when you see it. Alright, so we'll just give it a go and see how it goes, alright?
Yeah.
So this is Beastie Boys, Check It Out, on the David Letterman show. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Whose new CD, To the Five Boroughs, this is it right here, is in stores today. Please welcome back to the program, Beastie Boys.
You trackies and TV addicts, I mean the dance don't mean to bring static. All you Klingons in your grandma's house, grab your backstreet friend to get loud. Pulling doors off inches, I got you with the pinches. And no, I didn't retire, I snatch out with the needle nose pliers.
These one dance.
Like mutual overhaul, with the elbow you never seen before. Just gliding in the glades, and like low green, you know I get paid. Like a fresh say with the bass, so not goofy, not there in the haze, so I'm not high Nick at night with nice rerunning that you know. Alright, remain calm, no alarm, cause the farm ain't back. So what's up with that? I got friends of family that I respect. When I think I'm too good, they put me in check. Believe when they say I'm no better than you. Said when the rap, so I guess it ain't true. Like that, your engine just don't stop. We guaranteed to make your body rock. Check it out. What's it all about?
It's just like, I think Beastie Boys are one of them bands that everyone knows how good they are. Like they're always they're not underrated, not overrated, but sometimes you almost forget how good they are until you actually watch them three bounce off each other. Not a way. This is a performance they're walking through New York where they probably could not rehearse this here. This is just off the cuff, live, and they're just fucking beating around New York City, rapping, bouncing off each other. I just think the way three of them actually, I don't know how big of a fan of Beastie Boys you are, but as I said, I'm a massive fan. They all have their own iconic styles and voices, and it's weird when you have three different like rappers in a band that all have different, but they all blend really well together. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think this song's obviously really iconic, and you just want to dance to it when it's on. But I think just lyrically, I think as well, something Beastie Boys don't get credit for. People always think they're that kind of fun band, but you actually listen to the lyrics, it's actually really interesting as well. But sorry, I just had to pause it there.
No, I do. I am a Beastie Boys fan. Like I've heard this song loads of times, but it is a good. I think when you see them live as well, cause it's the type of music that they make. The songs are like musically, it can be really overpowering, like intergalactic. There's a lot going on, like those kind of songs. And whenever you just see them, this is not stripped back. Obviously, there's a massive beat behind them. But I always think when I listen to Beastie Boys, a lot of times my focus isn't even on them rapping. It's on the actual production of the music. The whole thing. So when you see them rap together, it's like, right, you can kind of focus more on what they're saying, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Said doc, what's the condition? I'm a man that's on a mission. Said son, you better listen. Stuck in your eye is electrician. Like a scientist. When I'm applying this method of controlling my mind, like Einstein and rap and do comply. Now hey baby bubba, now what the deal? Didn't know you go for that mass appeal. So call it Salucci, some hop and take that. I stole your mic, but you won't see it later. I work magic like a magician. I add up, I'm a mathematician. I'm a bank cashier, engineer. I wear cotton, but I don't wear tea. She's an with that look at that. In the room, I'm going to cruise past you.
The crew's amazing. So, working on the record, yo, so just stay patient. Now, check it out. What's it all about? What, work it out. Let's turn this party out. Come on, Mike. Now I go by the name of the King and War. I don't wear a cup nor a jaw. I bring the thing that's beyond my door, like Miss Piggy. I am the one with the clientele. Ad Rock, you rock so well. I got class like Big Chappelle. Grab the mic before it goes stale. Don't test me, they can't arrest me. A big right crossover and shoot lefty. You look upset, but calm down. You look like cable guy dumped off of your crown. I flow like smoke out of chimney. You never be me. You wanna rap it, what you make it ain't hip hop beat.
Pick those tones right out the tray. Put them all up on the tire. Swap that fresh. The tire. Tonight we're going out, set the town afire. Set the town ablaze. Ready to throw a craze. Thinking Jim to throw a craze. When you better shake a head and say, down to the dance. Check it out. What's it all about? Work, go work it out. Let's turn this party out. Check it out.
There is like
Yeah, so quick question. So, obviously you're a bigger fan of Beastie Boys than me, but where are they in their career at this point? Have they been away for a while and coming back, or is this in their peak, or what?
this song is this song. Oh, this song is probably just after. They're probably massive then. So the good thing about Beastie Boys as well, for anyone who doesn't really know, is that they actually have like only 5 or 6 albums out in 30 something years. So they don't release albums willy nilly. They release them after a prolonged period of time. So this album is To the Five Boroughs, which came after Hello Nasty. Hello Nasty is probably their biggest album in terms of commercial success. They won like all the Grammys for it. It had Intergalactic on it, no them songs. So this is just after that there. So yeah, they're still really big. But the bad thing about Beastie Boys is that they never really capitalize on an amazing album. Like for example, not an amazing album, a successful album. Like their first album is License to Ill, which is probably known as one of the greatest hip hop song albums of all time. But they were with Def Jam Records, for example, and they were meant to release a second part to that there, kind of a Fight for Your Right album again, the Fight for Your Right to Party, not kind of party album. But they're like, that wasn't what they were, and that's what's so interesting about Beastie Boys. That song Fight for Your Right to Party, they were doing that to make fun of party peoples, people who were partiers. They weren't partiers. They're like these basically music nerds that way, making fun of people who were like in frat parties and all too. But then they became that sort of band that was the party band, and they almost got banned from coming to the UK because they were so the whole party nature that they brought there. They were on tour with Madonna and all too. But that's why I think they're so amazing, Beastie Boys, because they never really used their popularity to sell records. So to answer your question, this is just after Hello Nasty. So this is
they've been around, they've been about it, so it's not a case. So they're probably what, 30, 40 there. Like how old would they be in this performance? Like nearly 40.
No, I say early 30s probably. Early 30s? Early 30s probably. So this is about 2001, just after 9/11. I think it was 2004. Is it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so 2004. So it's just that, because I remember there's a song on this album that talks about 9/11, and it's great. It's called what do you call it again? Open Letter to New York, because they're all from New York and all too. So yeah, so they're massive, like. But that's why I think they're arguably probably the greatest band of all time. Period. I think not because of their music per se, but just so how they developed as musicians from the Fight for Your Right guys up until these really like experimental musicians. You know, they're so ahead of the curve. Like they started off as a punk rock band in New York City, like kind of punk rock. And then they heard hip hop, like fuck we like this here. They're so on like ahead of everyone at the time. And even like having the DJ there, DJ's called Mixmaster Mike, probably the best scratch DJ of all time. But they got him in the band when scratching was just a thing. Like scratching was coming out of California with DJ Shadow, DJ Cooper and all too. They're like, fucking, we know this is gonna be big in like 5-10 years time. Let's get him now, and got him. And the first album he worked on was Hello Nasty. It was probably one of their biggest selling albums of all time. But I love Beastie Boys, and for anyone who doesn't listen to them, just give them a go, because there is not much albums, and there is not much songs to actually listen to when you really think about it. Compared to artists these days, like you said, NF has like 4 albums out already. Like they've only had like 6 or 7 albums out, and they've been around for 30-something years. You know what I mean? But I knew you knew this song, but it's more the performance I wanted to show you, just because I think it's fucking class. You don't see that with fucking like chat shows and stuff. Chat shows always generic. And there's something about them as well, aren't they? They're very cheesy. They're very.
But that's the play into that though. Like that's purpose. They're purposely cheesy. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Like they don't really try to hide who they are. In that sense, that way. They don't try to be. We're trying to be. They're cool because they're cool. They're not cool because they're trying to be cool. If that makes sense. Even the way they're all wearing the same outfits. What the fuck's that about? They always perform the same outfits for some weird reason. It doesn't make sense. It's something like very like 80s hip hop or early 90s hip hop, but they just carried it on up until the 2000s. But it's sad because obviously MCA died.
Yeah, he passed away.
He passed away in 2012. Like so, I mean, there's no more. That's the bad thing about them. You'll never hear a new Beastie Boys song album ever again. They released a documentary last season. What? Last year, and it was a good. Just kind of talks about their actual development from like these kids up until like mature fucking musicians and all. It's really good. It's really fucking sad as well because MCA died in his early 40s. You know what I mean? So fucking young. You think about it, because Eminem is like 50s. Like they're so good because even Eminem cites him as one of his biggest inspirations, don't they? And even that album Kamikaze, is just.
The covers Beastie Boys tribute.
Beastie Boys, yeah, it's to License to Ill, their first ever album. But anyway, yeah.
There we go. You like Beastie Boys?
I talk way too much. I know that there. But yeah. Let us know what you think in the comments below, or any other Beastie Boys songs you want us to do. Then let us know because we'll definitely do them. Alright,
everyone, thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Just to let you know, we've got similar content available on the channel if you want to check it out.
We also do our own podcast called MCPodcasting, where we cover a range of topics from politics, sports and even movies.
We basically just talk a lot of shit.
We argue a lot as well on it there, but all the links are below. We're on all major platforms, Spotify, iTunes, and is there any other?
That's the main ones, yeah.
Yeah, that's the main ones.
Just check out the podcast, and if there's any sort of videos you want us to react to, drop us a comment on the YouTube videos, and we'll be sure to check it out.
Or if you want to make fun of us, then go ahead. We don't care.
Be nice.
Be nice.
In fairness, we don't really get that many comments.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me.
Okay.